tofu cookies, okay? This has just given me more reason to believe that 2020 Erin was a bit off it. Hello. Hello. It's raining outside today, so I'm not leaving the flat, is what I'm trying to say. So I thought I'd switch on a camera and maybe like bake something with you. So I think I'm just gonna freestyle. I've turned on a camera not knowing what I'm gonna do. One thing I do wanna do is I wanna try, because it's been a couple of years since I had like a chickpea bake. I used to make chickpea sweet treats all the time because, you know, I was really
hyper-focused on health and stuff like that.
Still am, don't get me wrong, still am. Still a wellness girly at heart. But I want to see if the chickpea recipes I used to do are as good as I used to think they were, because in my mind they were like amazing. Probably because I hadn't had like a proper cake to compare it to in a while. So I'm gonna like revisit some of my old recipes maybe. Wait, that's such a good video idea. Bro, let's do that. I'm opening up my Instagram. Please go and follow me on Instagram. It's such a good time. I post the best content. So we're gonna have to scroll a long way back. I think like a year and a half ago maybe is when I was in my peak healthy recipes. And again, just to reiterate, I do still like to make healthy recipes and feel good and stuff like that. But I don't think everything needs to be healthified. I think the 80-20 balance rule is like probably the best way to go about it. Not restricting yourself, not depriving yourself of anything. Just on a little bit of a scroll mission. Probably is good. It's so interesting reliving like my life. This is when I just moved. Okay, we're getting further back now. Oh, they were quite nice. I made them. Oh my god, delish. Homemade gnocchi with kale and hemp pesto. Bro. I should make something like that again. Kale and hemp pesto sounds delish. Okay, here. Chickpea cookie dough bites. Vegan and gluten-free. God, these popped off. They got 5k likes. Okay, wow, so ticking 2 boxes here. Not many ingredients at all. Chickpeas, nut butter, third of a cup maple syrup. That's expensive. Maple syrup is so expensive. And then coconut flour, that's quite pricey as well. Cinnamon, easy, I can do all that. I can do all that. I haven't organised my cupboard in a damn while, so it's probably best if it's kept out of focus. Don't look, don't look. I do want to show you the top of nut butters that I've got, because I've got some brand new ones. I've got walnut butter. Obviously I've tried it before, but like, it's a fresh jar. Got some tahini. Is that thunder? Scared. Now you've got to be able to hear that rain. I'm so sorry, listen. Can you hear that? Now I know it's gonna sound like I'm being dramatic, but that's horrendous. Okay, back here. The greatest thing of all time, which is pistachio butter. Okay? Need I say any more? Need I? Need I? I do have peanut butter for baking. What else do I be having? Almond butter. Super runny, I can't really show you, can I? Let's make some chickpea bites. I don't want to. This is a waste of chickpeas that I could use for like a nice curry. Technically, I'm trying to talk myself out of it. The recipe called for unsalted chickpeas. These are in salted water. Okay, I'll still do it. How wet? Look at how my hand's turning. Tripping myself out. I'll just be sure to rinse them really, really well. Although, like, a nice salty element might work. They stink. That is a putrid smell. Like, what sort of... Why is it they smell so much? Okay, guys, now if you want to follow along at home, get all your ingredients out, get ready to make these tasty, tasty treats. Food processor's not necessary. I reckon you could do it in a blender, but a processor will keep it more chunky and less pureed. Because if it's pureed, it's just going to taste like hummus. It is just going to taste like hummus. I promise you, just making them with flour would be infinitely better. I mean, I get it. It's a high protein snack. I get it. It serves a purpose. Why does it look so messy behind me? Is it a whole can of chickpeas we're using? Just a little joke. Yeah, 1 can. 2 heaping tablespoons. Apparently I used cashew in this instance, but almond is gold too. I trust you. Let's see what I have. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like playing. Oh my soul. I find there's a bit of a discrepancy in different types of tablespoon measures. I have another set of tablespoon measures and the tablespoon is not this large. So it's just something I've observed. I have a lot of spare time. I reckon it could actually benefit from a little bit more nut butter, but I am gonna follow my own recipe. Just because it's gonna be quite dry when I add coconut flour as well. And obviously the chickpeas are near enough fatless. I'm sorry. I get really annoyed when I'm editing the footage and all I'm doing is like eating straight from the spoon or the cup measure. Anyway. Look behind me. Look at this. Glorious, glorious pantry. Actually no, it's not as glorious as I thought it was. I stocked up the other day, but apparently I go through it so quick that it doesn't look that impressive. In any case, let me grab ye olde coconut flour. 1.5. Oh no, I'm running out of battery. I did not plan this video very well. Is that it? Oh, do you know what's funny? funny to me when I do baking videos and people are like, oh, the chaotic energy in this. I did not intend for it to be chaotic. I'm just naturally goofy, guys, when I do it. Why so stinky? I wonder if this will be any good baked. Hey, this is so... Surely it needs more flour than that. I'm gonna add more flour because that's soup. That is basically soup. Cookie dough is not meant to... Not meant to be that wet. No. Like, just trust me, mate. That is heavy rain. And it's been such blinking lovely weather recently as well. I'm not swearing, I've just got an itchy nose. You ready? I fear it's not sweet enough because I can still smell chickpea arse. But I think I've nailed the consistency. Yeah, I'm gonna set them in the freezer for a little bit. I think. I just mixed it with chewing gum. Nah, not great. I'm gonna hold judgment until they're covered in chocolate. You know, a little bit of cacao, like if the batter was chocolate flavour, I think that'd be nicer. Because at least it's more masking of that chickpea-ness. Is that a word? Chickpea-ness? Okay, I had to go to the shops. Unfortunately, I went outside in the rain, despite what I've just been saying all morning. Afternoon. To pick up some silken tofu, or the more attractive way to describe it, soybean curd. And that is because I had the displeasure of coming across an old recipe where I made tofu cookies. Now, I have no recollection of how these taste. Like, I truly can't remember, but they were certainly popular. Again, I don't know who tricked me and 4,600 other people that these would be nice, but like, mate, that's kind of crazy, no? Double chocolate fudge soft baked cookies. Now, I probably described them as soft baked because they didn't set as cookies normally would. Oh, I don't know. You see, I can probably justify the chickpeas in some respect. A high protein alternative, like cookie dough snack, that's really quite simple to prepare. There's no excuse for tofu cookies. Oh, again, a blender. Right, let's do it. Half cup of firm silken tofu. One thing I will give myself credit for is innovation, because I certainly didn't see anyone else doing this, probably for good reason.
Tasty.
It's gonna be really nice. I know it is. 3/4 cup of oats, half cup, 1/4 cup of cacao. Interesting. I don't know how I'm getting away with calling these fudge chocolate with 1/4 cup of cacao powder. Like, fudge would suggest melted chocolate and more of it. This has just given me more reason to believe that 2020 Erin was a bit off it. Baking soda, baking powder, sea salt, maple syrup. Don't know why I need both of these in cookies. Go off, I guess. I definitely know more about baking now. Now, I wasted the last of my maple syrup in the chickpea dough. So I'm gonna use date syrup. I'm not too fond of date syrup. I think it's a bit sickly. I think they both got a little bit of a health halo around them. Both maple syrup and date syrup. I'm not keen. That doesn't seem like enough. It's not that bad. This is the raw batter. I don't know how well it's gonna bake. There's not enough flour in this at all. It's more of a brownie batter. Like, I don't know what you think to that, but that doesn't seem like cookie dough. It seems like brownie dough. I'm returning back to the cookie dough. I'm gonna cover it in chocolate to hopefully salvage the ingredients and make them taste a little bit nicer. I mean, it looks good. And to be honest, it's quite fun. Wait a minute, that's setting already? I don't want to speak too soon, but the cookies look fucking delicious. What? They are super soft, so I'm gonna let them firm up. Very suspicious. So we've got the double soft baked fudged. Sorry, I can't get through. Let me try again. The double, the double soft baked tofu cookies, and then chickpea cookie dough bites. Yep. Now I gotta get the perfect setup to try these. Got a nice backlit moment. I think I'm gonna go for the cookie dough. Cookie dough, I say that very loosely. It really is quite mushy. The saving grace is the chocolate around the outside because they're just not sweet. They're not sweet enough. They've still got that essence of chickpea, but I'm not gonna hate on them too much. I'm not gonna rag on them as much as I, would like to, because they're a good option for people who want to try them. I'm not here to food shame anyone. Maybe if they were frozen a bit longer, that might help, but I just think the cookie dough itself is not sweet enough. Still eating it though. Is this angle better? Tofu cookies, okay? Okay, that was a bit better than I thought it would be. They are very soft. I do think they would have been better as brownies, but let me try them first. So, I like them. I'll be honest with you. I really like them. What the heck? Now, if I combined it with maybe some brown sugar, it might have a deeper flavour to it, because at the moment it's only sweetened by day syrup. But for what they are, I'm very confused. I'm very, very confused. Like I'm saying though, if I added milk and made them into a brownie texture, I think they would be better. Because at the moment it's a really confusing texture going on here. Not bad though. But like I have so many nicer recipes, so I'd rather make that. I probably won't make either of these again. Not anytime soon. And it just shocks me how popular they were, like back in the day. Like I wonder how many people made them. I wonder what they thought. Guys, it's so weird, man. I'm gonna go. Oh, bless you, babe. Do you wanna come and shop? I almost forgot to sign off, but just to say, in conclusion, make them if you want, make them if you don't want, but don't feel like you have to healthify anytime you want a sweet treat. Anytime you want to eat anything sweet. You can eat anything in moderation, balance, stuff like that. Kiss, kiss. Okay, I really hope you're well. Remember to pre-order proof, and I'll see you next time. Peace and love, bye.